and he remembered it really vividly. He didn't remember where he was, but he said, I remember watching all of the feelings, and I remember Ray coming over to Reggie. I remember every detail about viewing the game. And so I said, at that moment, did you know you would be a part of history? Did you see yourself in that position? And he said, no. I mean, I wasn't even close. So this was his second year in the NBA when he was witnessing that, and he still never thought about himself in that light. He knew he could be great. He knew he was a good shooter, but he didn't see himself passing Reggie Miller, passing Ray Allen for the greatest three-point shooter of all time and the most made career threes. He said it wasn't until about the 2014-2015 season that he really started believing it, which that's like a little mind-blowing to me because he's one of the greatest competitors just mentally that we've ever seen. So it's humbling to hear even the greatest say that they didn't know that they could be where they are right now.
Clearly the greatest shooter. I mean, he's exceeded expectations by miles. Now, all this is going on with Steph, obviously, but we got to get an update on what's going on with the other Splash brother, Klay Thompson. Of course, update us on James Wiseman as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're both in Santa Cruz with the G League affiliate. The difference is Klay Thompson has scrimmaged and James Wiseman has yet to scrimmage. There is no timetable for either of their returns, but I know that Klay Thompson was scrimmaging in increments of 4 minutes and then 5 minutes, and that continued to increase. And so when he's at a point where he's scrimmaging 12 minutes at a time, he feels like he's got his legs underneath him. That's when you're going to have the conversation. And you guys can have this discussion too, but I mean, with Jordan Poole playing so well, the Warriors playing so well, when Klay Thompson comes back, he's going to be as healthy, in shape, and as ready as possible. He has certainly a sense of urgency within himself after going 2 years of not playing basketball, and he is itching, like all of us are as fans, to see him play. But the Warriors have a good thing going right now, too, so they're going to make sure he's fully ready before he comes back, and Wiseman has yet to scrimmage yet.
So on the screen, you can't see this right now, but we have an image of Ray Allen, Steph Curry, and Reggie Miller at center court with Spike Lee. So we know a lot of Steph's friends and family and former players are going to be there at MSG. Who else should we expect to see tonight?
Well, so now that I can see Steph, I feel like I can say this on the air without spoiling it. There's going to be a lot of surprises with him. His dad obviously is going to be there. And I know Aisha is not able to make it tonight, but as you see, Ray Allen, also his college coach from Davidson College, Bob McKillop, is surprising him and flying in. So I didn't know if I was allowed to say that live right now, but now that I know Steph is not watching NBA TV at this moment, I don't feel too bad saying it. He did tell me that there was two people that really believed in me. It was my dad and it was Coach McKillop at Davidson. And so for those two men to be here to support him, really special.
Allie LaForce is talented like no other. Doing this report from her cell phone, that's what we do in this new normal. Covering the game tonight, Allie, thank you so much. Always on top of things. Look forward to seeing you soon.
You're far too kind. Compliments right back at you, and enjoy the show tonight.
Oh, yes, we definitely will do that. Thanks, Allie. So, Zeke, this moment right here that we just saw, that we're watching right now, the three greatest shooters in the history of the game huddled up at center court. You got Reggie, you got Ray, you got Steph. Just describe what went through your mind when you saw that.
I mean, it was just royalty. I mean, when you talk about, shooting the basketball and, just being the ultimate competitors, that shot for Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, and Steph Curry, that's historical. That will be remembered forever. By the three of them and by the fans who were there and shared that moment. I'm sure we'll see that picture, blasted everywhere, not only on social media, but it will be in the archives. I mean, that is, again, this is one of those times where we're all fortunate enough to cover the NBA and be around the NBA. I mean, when you look at that, if you know those three guys and you know the history of the game, it's almost, it's one of these emotional moments that kind of bring tears to your eyes because you just know how special those three are, how special people they are. And again, for Reggie and Ray and all of us to see a son of the NBA rise to these heights, father being Dale, this is a magical moment that, for all of us, I think we'll all remember where we were on this night watching this event take place because, it's almost like a Lion King moment when when my man said, you know,
Simba.
you know, remember who you are, right? You know, this is that kind of moment for us in the brotherhood in the NBA. Like I say, to see a son, you know, rise up and be this, you know, this is special.
And the other thing is the basketball gods clearly are smiling upon all of us, as you've mentioned.
Yeah.
It's one of those moments. But all three of those guys, whenever we speak about, you know, Reggie, Ray, or Steph, they played the game the right way with a certain amount of integrity. They also carried themselves with a certain, well, maybe not Reggie at times, but they were all humble for the most part when it came time to recognizing their peers and their forefathers. And you just love that as a fan or as a former player.
Yeah, and it's what they also, you know, particularly Reggie and Steph have in common is, you know, the theatrics, the entertainment value. You know, Reggie, you know, before the game, you know, imitating Michael Jackson, you know, in the line before, you know, being introduced, making a shot and being so proud of himself for making that shot and feeling so good about himself. And then their connection with the audience, right? You know, Steph and Reggie, you know, they have a connection with the audience, whether it be on the road or at home. But at home, you know, and I had the pleasure of coaching Reggie in Indiana, you know, whenever he made a three-point shot, you know, the whole arena just went like nuts. And unlike anything you've ever seen from a shooter in the NBA. So what these guys have done for shooting has been remarkable.
And shouts out to your daughter, Lauren, who said you didn't give Spike no love.
Oh,
hey, we're showing them on camera right now just because she said something.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, girly. We always give Spike love and we show him love, you know, all the New Yorkers. But Spike is the ultimate New York fan.
No question about it. With Ray and Reggie at center court, we got more game time on the way. Don't go anywhere.